Welcome back to Catamount Football. This is Bill Mayo. I'm your host, along with Coach Matt Land. And on this week's show, we're going to take a look back at the Gilmer game and also talk about Week 4 versus Cass. So stay right here. We'll be back after these messages.
Hi, my name is Charles R. Hicks Sr. I'm the owner of AAA Transformers, Transmission, and Complete Auto Repair. This is my son, CJ. You all know us for remanufacturing your transmission. But did you also know we are a brake, AC, and tune-up specialist? Our brakes come with a lifetime warranty on pads and shoes. So don't just trust your vehicle to anyone. Come to AAA Transformers, Transmission, and Complete Auto Repair, where we can make it stop, we can make it go, we can make it shift, and we can make it cold. Check us out on our website at AAATransformers.com.
When is the last time you have compared your car, life, or health insurance costs? At Advanced Insurance Strategies, we know your time is valuable. Therefore, we have developed AdvancedInsuranceStrategies.com. You can now go online anytime, anywhere, and get quick and easy quotes for your car, life, or health insurance from respected companies such as Blue Cross Blue Shield of Georgia, Assurant Health, Alliant Health Plans, and Drive Insurance from Progressive. Receive unparalleled customer service from a local insurance agency while using AdvancedInsuranceStrategies.com.
Back to Catamount Football and Coach Land. Let's talk a little bit about the Gilmer game from Friday night. A couple years ago, Coach Napier made an observation about Gilmer, which I thought was very astute. He said that Coach Tankersley has them thinking they're more physical than everybody, and that's kind of how they've played. They've kind of taken that mantra on, and I thought our guys did a great job of addressing that Friday night.
Well, I mean, when we know coming into this game every year, and in the past we've even played twice in 1 year, these are going to be our most physical football game. And, it's exciting as a coach. I know it's exciting for you as an offensive lineman to see our kids challenged in a different way than what we're seeing right now. Right now, with the spread systems, it's not as much about toughness as it is athleticism, open space, speed. And it's exciting to play a team that's going to line up heel to heel, and they're going to challenge you inside, outside, and really challenge you in all facets of the game, because that's not minimizing the athleticism. To me, it actually makes it a little bit more difficult, because you got to toughen up and play hard-nosed football and then be able to step out of that and play athletically out on the perimeter and deep. So, that being the case, felt like our kids did a very good job of responding to the challenge. They knew exactly going into this week, there was no surprises what this team was going to do. And, at the end of the day, when we look at it, there's going to be a lot of things we know that we're going to need to work on, but there's a lot of good things in this film as well.
We were over there, Coach Napier and I went over there 2 weeks ago and scouted them against Southeast, and I think I saw one of the most impressive drives. They got the ball back with about 8.5 minutes to go. Southeast scored, I think, made it 11-6.
Yeah.
And 8 first downs later, all running plays.
Yeah.
2 of Southeast timeout, 3 timeouts that they had tried to stop them. Gilmer scores a touchdown with about 50 seconds to go on the clock.
Yeah.
That was an impressive drive, and they were very much a run-oriented smash mouth football team. And,
they were.
And shut them out. I mean, that's kind of where I was going. That was impressive.
Absolutely. I mean, and they're the different components that they have. While the other night it appeared to be one-dimensional, and it was because the quarterback went out early in the game. They had come in basically as good as anybody throwing the ball. Did not throw it a lot, but were very efficient when they throw. In this situation, when the quarterback went out, it really provided a situation where we could kind of flood the box a little bit and force them to make us go outside. They did a good job of picking some moments to get outside on us, and there's a couple of big breaks that they had. But outside of that, our defensive staff, our defensive players did a great job of containing them and basically minimizing those dangers there and letting us focus on really 34. I mean, at the end of the day, we knew coming in 34 is the guy that's going to try to beat you.
Offensively, put up 31 points, 300-plus rushing yards. Exciting night to kind of get Kelvis back and get the offense on track.
Right.
I mean, the first 2 games had been a little bit sputtering, a little bit, stop and start type things, but it was nice to see the offense get some production.
No doubt. And, as I was telling the paper after the game, Kelvis brings a lot to the game, not just with his athleticism, but also emotionally. He's an exciting runner. He's an exciting runner to watch. He's an exciting runner to block for. And obviously he's an exciting runner to coach. I think one of the things that's unique about Kelvis is something that Coach brought out in our meeting is just the fact that he's very decisive when he's running the ball, and just that split second that he doesn't waste trying to figure out what to do makes him appear a lot quicker than he is. And, you could tell that it has a little bit of rust on him, but there wasn't a lot. It wasn't a lot. And he came in there and knocked off 2 big runs, 171 yards on the night on 18 rushes. 10 yards a carry, that's pretty good. We'll take that.
That's right. Special teams, very solid. Kicked the field goal, made all of our extra points, kickoff coverage, punt coverage. Everything was good.
Yeah, one of the things that we're actually always trying to do is get a field goal. You want to score.
Right.
Obviously you want touchdowns. But at the same time, you won't. It was the 3rd or 4th game of the year last year before we got our first opportunity to kick a field goal. So same situation here, and you'll see it on the film. Kiko comes in, knocks one down, has the second one, but gets roughed, and really wanted to try it again, but was glad that we got a first down, and obviously we take it in the score. But yeah, very sound. Eder did another good job of punting. Grant, I think you're going to talk to him later in the show. Great job of snapping. The consistency that he gives us. And then I think the last thing is just our coverage teams is doing an outstanding job, just being sure that we don't give up the outside and keeping everything contained. And like I said, those guys are going to keep working. We're going to get better and better at that phase as well.
Overall, just a good, solid team win. Great building block.
Absolutely.
Kind of jumping into our region schedule here. A good way to start the season.
No doubt. And, when we look at where we're going to be headed,
right.
I think this is a very important game for us. So I'm very pleased, very proud of our boys, and look forward to see what they're going to do next week.
All right, very good. Well, let's take a quick break. We'll be back with more Catamount football in just a minute.
Wood, $2.99. Wood, $1.59. Set. Mike Jones here, and you better blitz to Carpet Express. We have 3/4-inch hardwood for $2.99 a square foot. We have engineered wood for $1.59 a square foot. And to help you reach your goal to put wood in your home, Carpet Express is offering a 25-cent a square foot rebate. So rush into Carpet Express while supplies last, because everybody's out to get their quarterback.
We're back to Catamount football. We've got our players segment. Guys, welcome to the show. Introduce yourselves, please.
I'm Elijah Stidman. I'm a senior, number 4, outside linebacker.
I'm Dakota Tankersley. I'm number 60. I play center, and I'm a senior.
All right, Elijah, let's start with you. Tell me about the game Friday night from your perspective as an outside linebacker. I know you guys love to get shutouts, but talk about the game overall.
It was interesting. It was a very physical game. It was fun, and
that's one thing when you talk about being a physical game. Coach Napier said a couple of years ago that the Gilmer coach has them thinking they're more physical than everybody, and they kind of try to play like that. So what did you do to kind of step up your game to address that and knowing that going in?
You had to start fast first and try to be physical as possible
right
at the beginning.
Talk about your responsibilities on the defense, because you're asked to do a lot of different things. I've seen you see you out there covering passes. I see you rushing the passer.
Mm-hmm.
See you taking on guards when they pull around. Talk about your responsibilities and the different things you have to do to make it work.
Well, as an outside linebacker, you have to set the corner.
Explain what you mean by setting the corner for somebody that maybe doesn't watch a lot of football.
Well, on the outside run, when the guards are pulling and all, you have to make sure you maintain outside leverage and not let them get outside of you.
That's right. You want to turn them back inside, right? Make them go back in. How about, I know all you defensive line guys, linebackers like to talk about rushing the passer. Talk to me about rushing the passer and getting after the quarterback.
Most of the time, you just have to make sure you go for the upfield shoulder and maintain outside leverage also.
What's your kind of your favorite pass rush move?
I don't know. I don't have one.
You don't have one yet?
Yeah.
You haven't got one yet? How about being a senior this year, last year?
Mm-hmm.
So talk about some goals you might have for yourself and for your team and your teammates.
Well, for my team, I'd like for us to go to the state championship, of course. For myself, just be the best team that I can be at all times.
All right, very good. How was it being captain Friday night? Did you enjoy that?
Yeah, it was
good
fun.
Experience?
Yes, sir.
Talk about that. Talk about walking out there for the coin flip. If you've never done that, that's kind of a neat feeling, isn't it?
Yeah, my adrenaline was rushing pretty good. It was fun.
What did you think when you got out there to midfield and the referee's talking to you? And
I didn't think much about it.
Yeah.
Just focus on the game.
kind of a neat thing to do, though, right?
Yeah, yes, sir.
All right, very good. Well, Dakota, let's talk to you now. You're a senior as well, and coming in as a kind of taking over for B.J. Rowland, who did a great job for us for 3 years. Talk about filling that role and playing center there.
Well, BJ's shoes, they were hard to fill, being a 3-year starter and all. But I saw the role. I needed to take it this year, so I decided to step up a little bit and just do the best that I could. And tried to do that ever since.
You played some guard last year as well as center. Did playing guard, you think, helps you as a center have a little bit better understanding of the whole offense?
Yes, because once you play guard, you know a lot more of the positions. Like, you got to know what the tackle's doing, if they're helping you or whatnot. And being a center, so now I know what the guard's doing and the tackle's doing and what I'm also doing. So really, I know pretty much every position on the offensive line.
Right. Explain to somebody, some of our folks watching at home, about what kind of you're looking at. Once the play's called and you come up to the line and start and get ready to snap the ball, what are you looking at when you come up to the line of scrimmage?
Well, I'm looking at the defensive line and see where they're lined up. If I've got a shade or a 3 technique or a 5 technique, really. And I've also got to look and find the linebackers. If we got 3, if I got a mock, or where if they're blitzing, I got to see walk-ups, and we got to make calls based on that.
It's a lot more than coming up and just hiking the ball between your legs,
yeah,
right?
You really just can't go out and get the person in front of you.
Now, talk about the game Friday night. I thought the offensive line, you guys played really well. Talk about that from your perspective and what you thought.
Well, like Elijah said, they're a very physical team. We knew this coming in. So we knew that we were going to have to step up our game a little bit and play better, stay low. And that's really what we did. We stayed low and just drove them out when we needed to.
Right. Now, you have a kind of how relationship with the quarterbacks. You've got 2 quarterbacks that you're working with as the center. Talk about that, the difference in those 2 guys, and how you kind of manage that transition there.
Well, at the beginning it was kind of hard. Their snap counts are definitely a little different, and you just have to really remember that. But once we started getting together and we started working well, beginning we had some snap problems. We would drop the ball every once in a while. Now we've really worked through that, and we're beginning to work together as a team and, starting to move it.
One of the things that's become a big part of a lot of offenses, including ours, is the shotgun snap. And so a little different technique for you, and talk about that aspect.
I also had a little trouble with that at the beginning. It's a lot different than snapping between your legs. You can't just throw it back there. You really got to perfect it, I guess you can say. It's a lot harder than it looks.
What's your objective? Just to kind of get a dead football back to him, not a lot of rotation, or what do you try to?
Really, I'm just trying to get it back there any way I can.
Right.
If it's got a spiral on it, that's good. If it doesn't, as long as it gets there, I'm happy.
As long as it gets in the right place, right?
Yeah.
How about, you're a senior, so how about some goals for yourself and for your team this year?
I guess our first goal really is to win the region championship. Definitely go to that, and that way we can have some home games going into the playoffs, so that would be great. And if we get those home games, I feel like we can have good chances going to the playoffs.
Very good. Well, guys, thanks for coming on the show, and great job this week, and good luck with the rest of the season.
Thank you.
So right here, we'll be back with more Catamount football in just a minute.
Have you ever heard the term, your eyes are your expressions, the windows to your soul? But when your eyelids look tired and they start to sag, it will make you look much older than you actually are. There is a simple surgical procedure called a blepharoplasty or eyelid tuck, which can help to rejuvenate and redefine the contours around your eyelids. It will even improve your fields of vision, and a portion may even be covered by insurance. We can help redefine how others see you.
Got car problems? That's no problem for AAA Transformers Transmission Specialists. Bring your foreign or domestic vehicle into AAA Transformers and have our certified master technicians perform the most comprehensive diagnostics over any other shop. AAA Transformers utilizes the latest technology, so you can rest assured that you get the proper diagnosis the first time, so only necessary repairs are made. Save time and money on all your brake, AC, tune-up, and transmission needs, all backed by the best warranty in the business. That's AAA Transformers Transmission Specialists.
We're back to Catamount football. Continue our player interviews. We got Grant on the show. Grant, thanks for coming on, and introduce yourself, please.
I'm Grant Sane. I'm number 53. I'm a senior, and I'm the long snapper.
All right, now let's talk about that job. I mean, that is a thankless job.
Yes,
I mean, I'm not sure it's even, more thankless than being an offensive lineman, which you were up until you kind of had some knee problems. But,
yes, sir.
But talk about being a snapper and kind of explain to folks, because you guys put in a lot of hours and
Yes,
a lot of just over and over and over again. Talk about that whole process.
We know it's pretty lonely. It's a pretty lonely job. I'm by myself a lot at practice, and I've come up with different things I can do in practice. Get my
you snapping and hitting the upright the other day on the goalpost. You were aiming at the goalpost.
Yes, sir. I snap somewhere around 100 to 150 balls a day, so it's hard to find people to catch me sometimes. So.
Right. Got to find something to target at, right?
Find something to hit, yes, sir.
Well, talk about the difference, because you do both snaps. You snap for punt and you snap for extra point and field goal. Talk about the difference in those two. Obviously, one's 15 yards, one's 7, but you have some other duties involved with each one of them, right?
Yes, sir. With a punt, you're just mainly focusing on getting it where, I'll try to get it as much as possible where Eder likes it. He likes it about chest high to head. So I like to try to hit it there. And then, on field goal, it's all about, the quickness of it, trying to get it off. I think we got one off like 1.5 or, quicker than that. But,
right.
If we can get it under a second, that's, going to be hard to block.
Now, you've kind of expanded your game, too, as far as the punt coverage. You've been in on a lot of tackles.
Yes, sir.
For starting last year and this year. Talk about that part of it also, because you got to be a little bit athletic to get down there and catch one of those punt returners, right?
Well, freshman and sophomore year, I played offensive line. So the last time I really made a tackle was 8th grade, and I went down there the first punt last year, and I was in on a tackle, and I started thinking about it, and I was like, I hadn't made a tackle since I was in middle school. It felt it felt good. It makes you feel good to first get the good snap off, and then get the second job done to go down and make a tackle.
Right, right, and there's usually very quick, fast guys that are back there on the punt return. So I guess the advantage you have is they're not allowed to hit you, so you can get a good head start getting down the field, right?
Yes, sir. They can't hit me until I usually don't get hit until about 5 yards downfield.
Right.
And usually one of their big linebackers or something tries to slow me down, and I just try to get by them as quick as possible and still be on my track downfield. So.
Now talk about the blocking that you have to do on extra point and field goal, because that comes into play there, right?
Yes, sir. I got both A gaps, and I get the snap off, and I try to keep that area clean. And then if I see somebody going up the middle, I try to get his hands down. It's all about the quickness of it. It's over within 3 seconds. So.
What's the times? I know college coaches look at timing as far as on a punt and on a extra point field goal. What's the times they look for from snap to kick?
Well, it's anything under a second from the time you snap it to the time the ball's kicked. That's
on extra point field goal, right?
Yes, sir. That's about as good as you can get.
Okay.
I've timed myself at spring practice one time. I got the snap back there in 0.3. So if I get the snap back there in 0.3 and they can kick it, that's pretty quick.
Right.
And then I guess getting the snap back there under a second for punt is pretty good. Which
a lot of opportunity for long snappers in college. Is that something that you might be interested in looking at doing?
Oh yes, sir, definitely. I'd love to do that.
Right.
That'd be fun.
Now we've had a lot of guys from around here go off and be successful from our school and from different schools around. So it'd be something kind of exciting, right?
Yes, sir. It'd be fun.
All right. Well, thanks for coming on. You do a great job, and I know you get taken for granted sometimes. We certainly appreciate what you do.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. So right here, back with more Catamount football in just a minute.
Wood, $2.99. Wood, $1.59. Set. Mike Jones here, and you better blitz to Carpet Express. We have 3/4-inch hardwood for $2.99 a square foot. We have engineered wood for $1.59 a square foot. And to help you reach your goal to put wood in your home, Carpet Express is offering a 25-cent a square foot rebate. So rush into Carpet Express while supplies last, because everybody's out to get their quarterback.
No problem with the deadline. Yeah, our internet service connection flies now that we have OptiLink.
You're the star with OptiLink from Dalton Utilities. Local customer service, lightning-fast internet, stellar phone and television at affordable rates.
I'd like to thank Mike and Brian and IT for making all of this possible, as well as Helen and personnel and my great OptiLink installer.
Don't you deserve the star treatment? Sign up with OptiLink today.
With OptiLink, I'm the star.
Welcome back to Catamount Football. We've got our coaches segment. We've got offensive coordinator Coach Bill Napier. Coach, thanks for coming on the show.
I'm glad to be here.
Now we have some fortuitous timing with you coming on after producing 31 points Friday night. Talk about the game a little bit and what the offense was able to do.
Well, to start with, we had a great week of preparation. I think out of all the hours we worked last week, we had about 10 minutes that we weren't happy with. So that made us go in optimistic going into our game Friday night. And we'd watched them play Southeast Whitfield in person the week before. We were very impressed with them, how they went about their business. But we felt good going in, and as it turned out, opening up with a 14-play drive was kind of what the doctor ordered. And, I enjoy that. The defense gets to stay on the sideline and rest when we can do that, and it helps the team in more ways than one. We develop some momentum as well as help our defense out.
Talk a little bit about, you mentioned the practice week and the preparation. For somebody that doesn't come and watch a lot of football practices, explain what as an offensive team, kind of how you look at the week of preparation and how important some of the different periods are in building the offensive game plan.
Well, everything starts with offensive line. I don't know a lot of people that really realize that, but that's where it all starts. And we got a great group up there this year, and so we're very blessed to have you and Coach Smith working with them, two great coaches, and so I think that's where it all started this week. Of course, we were blessed to get Kelvis back, and that was a momentum booster. But for practice, of course, we work individually in our groups, and then we'll combine some groups together. We obviously work on specific things like having a pass protection period. We'll have outside runs, inside runs, these kinds of things. So by the time we get through that, as the week unfolds, we feel like we go into Thursday, and Thursday is just kind of a polished day.
Right. And I think one thing people may not realize is everything is scripted. It kind of explain that process, and you do the majority or almost all the script writing. What you're thinking about when you're building a practice script for different periods or for a team period.
Well, of course, the fronts that they are going to show on Friday, that's where it all starts, and the coverages they're going to show us in the secondary. So. Sometimes there's some carryover from prior opponents, and sometimes there isn't. Last week, this happened to be a change, but we were still familiar with the fronts and the secondary coverages. So that's where it all starts. And then we think that we know what we do best, and we try to lean hard on that and do the things that we think our kids can do well, and just build on that. And then, of course, as you build a running offense, you're going to try to series the plays. One play is off of another play, and a play action pass, for example, off your best run is always something that everybody does. So we try to go over the things that we think that we can do on Friday, and sometimes we kick a few of them out and we throw them away for another day, but we usually give some of them a try that maybe that all the coaches believe in.
Talk about the development of the offense so far, and obviously we're into week 3, but we've had a lot of practice time. But there's an awful lot of young, especially skill players. I don't think I'd really thought about it until I looked out there against Ringgold, realized without Kelvis on the field, we had guys that were all either playing JV, and one of them was an 8th grader.
Right, all of our skill guys except Kelvis were JV players last year. We have one senior, Jacob Bartu is a senior. As far as the backs and receivers, quarterbacks, those kind of guys. So with that being said, I think everybody's excited about next year and the future. But everybody's really, right now, on this football team is focused on this week. Right. But it's good to know that we've got these guys coming back. But it does spell inexperience. So now we've got 3 games under our belt. It's less of a issue than it was early.
Talk about developing not one quarterback, but developing 2 quarterbacks. Very different skill sets. A lot of work that you've had to put in with both those guys.
Well, they're great kids to work with. One's a junior, one's a sophomore. We put in time, in the mornings in the winter, work on Sunday afternoons. These guys are guys that are ready to work. They would never, come across as, Coach, I don't feel like it today or anything like that. They're always eager to go. So I'm blessed to have those kind of kids to work with. They're doing great.
Before we go, mention your family real quick. Update us. I know Billy's moved, changed jobs since you were last on. So kind of update us on all the kids in your family. Okay.
Well, Billy is wide receiver coach at Alabama, and he had coached at Colorado State last year, which is who Alabama played this past Saturday, and that was kind of neat, I think, for him. Matt and Kurt both coach at Callaway High School, and they have a good team this year. They were ranked 9th in the state in AAA, but a 5A school, Harris County, that went to the 3rd round last year, beat them Friday night. They had beaten Harris County last year, so they're doing well and enjoying coaching. And Pam and I just got back from being down with Whitney at Georgia for Parents Weekend this last weekend, and so she's doing great in marketing there at Georgia, and so
she's probably not going to be a football coach then.
Well,
are you holding out some hope on that?
Well, I'm kind of doubting it. Yeah, I'm kind of doubting that.
All right. Well, thanks for coming on, and good luck with the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Stay right here, back with more Catamount football in just a minute.
Be more than just a place to eat. Enjoy community, tradition, and unbeatable home-style cooking at the Oakwood Cafe, located in historic downtown Dalton. Our food, fair prices, and friendly staff have made the Oakwood Cafe one of the fastest-growing businesses in Georgia. We offer catering services that can bring our distinctive flavor anywhere. We also provide the opportunity to team up with us through franchising. Whether you're a newcomer or a regular, stop by and have the dining experience you've needed. Come feel at home with us at the Oakwood Cafe.
Have you ever heard the term, your eyes are your expressions, the windows to your soul? But when your eyelids look tired and they start to sag, it will make you look much older than you actually are. There is a simple surgical procedure called a blepharoplasty or eyelid tuck, which can help to rejuvenate and redefine the contours around your eyelids. It will even improve your fields of vision, and a portion may even be covered by insurance. We can help redefine how others see you.
Honesty, integrity, and hard work, leadership, quality, and value. Just a few words to describe the company and people that make up Shaw Industries. Shaw Industries, the world's leading carpet manufacturer, is proud to be a sponsor of Dalton Catamount football. Shaw Industries, where great floors begin.
I want to put my name on the list.
There's no place like Outback. With call-ahead seating,
Nelson?
Just call up, get on the list, and you'll be seated in no time. Outback's call-ahead seating.
All right, Coach Lamb, we've got the highlight segment here. Should be a lot of fun watching these highlights.
They're always fun to watch with a win,
Absolutely.
Right?
Beautiful night at Harmon Field. Here come the captains out. Chase, Todd, Arabeth, Dakota, and Elijah were our captains.
Airbeth Martinez. Just that's a good group of kids that have been with us from the beginning, hard workers. And when you look at what they give us, sometimes it's during the as starters, sometimes it's not been, but they've always given us great effort. Start out right here with the ball, good ball from Jace to Peter Sigmund here on just a little out route.
So that was a third down play, a little belly play here. Jacob Bartu.
Great run
bouncing
there.
Off that safety right there. Good job, good blocking up front by the guys. Here comes a counter play. Jake Roberts and Hayden Gross blocking Chase Westfall. They're burying a guy.
I love seeing those big linemen down the field.
Absolutely.
That's a fun thing.
There's Kelvis with some excitement. Here comes a replay of this play. Good kick out block by Hayden. There's Chris Hicks running down the field.
Love seeing those guys get excited. That's that's what you want right there.
Absolutely. Little option. Jace does a nice job of turning it up. Runs right over their cornerback.
Man's
right
weighing
there,
187 pounds,
That's
right?
Toss sweep. Good block by Jacob Bartu and Hayden Gross pulling out the rest of the guys, and there's a good cutback by Kelvis.
Kelvis is a strong runner in his legs, and you just kind of watch and see the way he pushes people here and there.
That's a lead play right there. He's just bulling his way through.
And a face mask.
Yep. Toss sweep, cuts it back. What a great cut by Kelvis.
Yeah.
Good job blocking downfield by the guys and just sticks it in the end zone. So that's a great way to start the game.
Absolutely. And we challenged them with that. Yep. We said we're going to take the first drive down the field and we're going to score and we're going to make a statement. And that's exactly what those guys did. That's exciting when you see those guys do that.
Good snap, hold, and kick right there.
Nathan Bryant's our holder, and he's just been very consistent all year. Kiko Rodriguez is our kicker.
Grant Sang snapping.
That's right. They had a great kickoff here, one that pinned them in the end zone, puts the ball at the 20, comes out, just 34 is the man. 7 right here. This is the play it appears he gets hurt on. And, as I said, it's one of those plays that he came back in a little bit, but as you can tell, it doesn't look like he's hurt there. But it didn't play much after that right there. But they run just a little buck sweep right there, and a good job. Our 22 coming up there, Jordan McKinney making a good hit.
Back on offense, just a little quick throw to Zeke Cobb. Let him use his athleticism, get out and picks up about 21, 22 yards there. Young man just learning how to play football, really. Just a young guy.
New position for him, too. He's played quarterback. He's played tailback, all of the positions that he's going to play for us as well. But right now, he can be on the field as a receiver for us, and that's a great advantage for him and us.
Yep, just a fumble there by Eder.
Yeah, we argued knee was down here. I felt like it was.
It was close. It was close.
Come back right here, just run a jet sweep, speed sweep over. Great job right here of our defense pursuing. You're not going to stop everything inside and everything outside, but just a great job of those guys pursuing down the line. Come back, throw a little waggle right here, get great pressure. Uriel Perez has just every week gotten better, but Chipper Elrod gets clean up the garbage right here and make a sack right here. Good job of Jordan Keener staying in the middle of the field, not taking away his step-up lane. And once again, you see Devontae Davis coming in there and making a tackle. So we finished the first quarter 7-0. Feel good about where we're at.
Comes a toss sweep again. Guys out in front, Chris Hicks. There's Zeke Cobb making a good block, young fella. Kelvis with his patented stiff arm. He likes that stiff arm.
He likes that stiff arm, that's right.
Good ground level shot of it. See Hicks pulling around there, doing a good
job.
Great
job by Jacob Bartu there.
Yep, Jacob does a good job. And there goes Kelvis down the sideline. We were talking about Zeke a minute ago. We've even been playing him some in JV games at freshman just to get him reps, get him experience.
That's right. That's right.
And here comes Eder. Now this is just
look, it's a great job of Hayden Gross there.
Yeah.
And of course Jake and
getting there,
Zeke coming in. That's right.
And Eder signals first down. It's a little trap play, and Eder's just dragging folks. He's not going down with one hit, that's for sure.
No, that's a great job right there. It's good to have Eder back. Now we feel like he's healthy enough again. Great here, snap, good protection, good hold, good kick. And like I said, that we were trying to get one of those early in the game. Very glad that we were able to get that right there. Get a kick down, another good one, kicks it right inside the 2. Good pursuit right here by Devontae Davis. Devontae is a speed guy for us, but he's an effort guy. You're going to get his best every time he's on the field. Come back, run the buck sweep. Good job right here, pursuit by Chase Westfall. Chase is a guy that's playing both ways for us right now, and he is just a very sound player on both places.
A little quick pass there that the corner came up, and they keep coming up like that. There'll be a little different move coming.
That's right. That's exactly right.
That's setting up something for later.
That's right. good job right here. Grant Sane getting a good snap, kicking the ball out. Eder kicked twice for 87 yards, 43.7 yard average. So just a great job of him doing what he needed to do. Once again, you see Euro Perez getting there, Jordan Keener. Jordan Keener is excited. He's kind of the heart and soul of our defense, other than Eder. And, just a great job right there. You see great penetration by our defensive line. Very proud of our defensive coaches. They just did an outstanding game plan this week. Come back and once again run by just a little what we call a G scheme, trying to pull the guard. And Eder Moore just does a great job setting the corner. And Elijah was talking about earlier, that's a great example. And you'll see it right here. Eder's job is just to make it bounce, either turn it back in or make it bounce. And like I said, just a great play by Eder. Just an outstanding young man.
Back on offense, good job out there. Juan Pacheco doing some pass blocking, and Jace using his feet and finding Charlie Martin. Over there
good job of Charlie getting out of bounds, too.
Absolutely. Here comes a draw play. Kelvis makes it. That guy was unaccounted for. We didn't have enough hats for him, and Kelvis just made him miss.
That's right. Another good block downfield.
Kelvis brings, and
absolutely.
There he comes right there. Ooh. Good run, good hard running. Gets out of bounds. Smart running right there.
That's
stopping
right.
the clock. Comes reverse. Peter Sigmund on the reverse. Look at Dakota Tankersley out here in front blocking the corner.
Awesome. Great job there, Tyler Nolan.
Yep, Tyler Nolan. Super effort. Boy, and he ran the ball hard Friday night, too.
Boy, he did. And, he's a young man that is going to give us such a 1-2 punch this year. That's going to be exciting to see.
Well, he can do a lot of things. He can play in the backfield.
Yeah.
He can play in the slot.
One of our better receivers.
Absolutely. So he can give us a lot of things. There it goes, 10-0 at the half. So very much anybody's ball game at this point. Be back with the second half highlights in just a minute.
When is the last time you have compared your car, life, or health insurance cost? At Advanced Insurance Strategies, we know your time is valuable. Therefore, we have developed AdvancedInsuranceStrategies.com. You can now go online anytime, anywhere, and get quick and easy quotes for your car, life, or health insurance from respected companies such as Blue Cross Blue Shield of Georgia, Assurant Health, Alliant Health Plans, and Drive Insurance from Progressive. Receive unparalleled customer service from a local insurance agency while using AdvancedInsuranceStrategies.com.
All right, Coach, it was 10-0 at the half, and still obviously very much a ball game.
Absolutely.
Come out and kick off to Gilmer to start the second half of the game.
Well, we challenged our guys to basically do two things. That was one was to come out and shut them out for the second half, and the only way to do that was to get a 3-and-out drive right off the bat. Secondly, we told our guys we want to score 3 times. We want to score on the first 3 series that we have the ball. So a great job of our defense responding. First of all, special teams. And we get the ball, literally they get the ball at the 6-yard line. And they do a great job right here of shuttling. And as you can tell right there, just great pursuit again. Great penetration by Chipper Elrod, Chase Todd. Both those guys played very sound. Those guys come through. Jordan Keener. I mean, like I said, that just a great sound game out of those defensive front guys. And then Chris Childs, another sound guy. They did pick up a first down on us. We come back here, and like I said, just went back to that fullback game. Great job there by Eder coming inside. See a great job here of Devontae just grabbing what he can. And, you don't have, you have to have a great hit to make a fumble. But he just grabbed an arm, pulled his arm away, and you'll see it right here. He comes up the field and then chases him and just pulls it. And then, of course, Nathan Bryant's always around the ball.
I was going to say Nate's in the right.
He's the ball
right
hawk.
place at the right time.
That's right. It seems like every year we have one guy that gets. He's the beneficiary of all that.
Absolutely.
That was Nathan Friday night.
Come back with the option play. There's Jace using his feet. Just tough, good, hard, tough running. Good blocking by the guys up front. Toss sweep again. Here's Hayden Gross pulling and Eder out there.
Job.
Peter Sigmund doing a great job, and Kelvin just gets in the seam and he's gone.
That right there is about as textbook as you could draw that play.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
I mean, you can see it right here.
You can see it. Sometimes sitting in the press box, I have a view of when a play's called and I'm looking at it and you think, oh my gosh, I'll say on the headphones, we've got this. I mean, they're exactly where the pieces are all where you want them.
That's right. The chess game is perfect.
Good
chess game's perfect.
Extra point after the touchdown there.
you know, our guys have done a great job of blocking after that one block we had earlier in the thing. Now, good job right here of just, you know, they tried a little different thing right here with our with the back, changed this, one of their blocking schemes up a little bit and gave us a little bit of trouble just because of, you see David Rockhold in right there. David played a great game, but played a great game the other day in the JV game as well. One of those guys that we talked about.
He really did. They just kind of, this is an example of them just overrunning the coverage right there.
Yeah, yeah,
and Jordan
absolutely.
McKinney heads up play, just takes off.
Absolutely, absolutely.
They've overrun it. And this was a controversial play here on Chris, but that's a legal hit.
That's a legal hit, and the guy's still in the tackle zone. He don't know that he's out of bounds. But a great job here by the officials getting the game under control. I think they had seen enough early leading up to that and knew that things could get worse from there. So I appreciate them giving us the opportunity to speak to our teams about, hey, get out of the mess and get back in the huddle.
Absolutely. Offense comes back and just a little counterplay, and there's Zeke Cobb making 2 good blocks in a row.
Yeah.
On the previous play, he made a great block, and on that touchdown play, he made a great block that really was kind of the final block for Kelvis to get in the end zone.
Right there, you see it, just ties the guy up.
Doesn't have to do much. Get in his way, get your hands on him.
He's actually a pretty smart blocker because he understands that it's not about the kill. It's not about a pancake. That's you guys. You know, for up there, it's tying them up. It's frustrating those guys. Just be in the way. I mean, it's like basketball. It's just screening. Great job here of Eder containing, and he almost had him one right there. I thought he was going to get that because he's come pretty good at that, ripping that ball out.
Here comes, and fooled the cameraman there. This little read play by Peyton Veraldi. He sticks it in Kelvis's belly, reads the defense, pulls it out, and you can see him even fooled Josh down on the field.
Absolutely.
But good run by Peyton and showing a little
Kelvis there.
Different version of his game. That's right. Here comes another inside read play, and Peyton just reads the defense and perfectly and takes it right up the gut. So 2 big, long runs.
But we're very blessed. We've got 2 good quarterbacks, and it's great to see both those guys performing well on Friday night. And, you know, getting Kelvis back takes a lot of pressure off a lot of people. Absolutely. And I think that's one of the great things. And you can see this right here. It's a little mix-up play, and I'm hoping that they're going to do a replay so we can talk about the block. But for right now, that was a great run. And like I said, that shows you what athleticism does.
Watch Jake Roberts, number 69, right there, just buried the linebacker.
Golly.
That's how you do it. And there's Zeke out there again making a good block for a touchdown by Kelvis. So an exciting play right there. And
absolutely.
I think that was the final touchdown that we scored in the game.
Yep. Yep. And that's what we'd asked them to do. That was the 3rd series, and we'd scored on all 3 series. See right here, kind of a funky thing. He kicked 2 in already and thought it was going to go in again. And problem is, not only did he go to sleep, we went a little bit of sleep as well. So that's something we can work on this week.
34, he's a heck of a football player.
Well, they've got him listed at 237. He's a little bit more than 237.
That kid is a good player.
He is a good player. You're absolutely right. Great job right here of Nathan Bryant just staying in with his man. He baited that a little bit. You know, he's 2 years old into this starting, and he's gotten pretty smart at how to kind of lure those quarterbacks into believing that they have it. And, you know, once again, just a great job right there. And we'd practiced at Coach Carpenter. Coach Thompson did a great job this week just throwing that play at them probably 6 or 7 times.
Come back. There's Tyler Nolan running the ball. Got a few substitutes going on here on offense for us. Getting some young fellas in.
The Veer Killer.
Yep.
So there we go. And, you know, that's the great thing about Eder. You know, Eder comes in and does one of our sidewind kicks and kicks it about 52 yards. That's pretty doggone good. So come back, buck sweep. That's what we want right there. Turn it back in once again. David played a JV game on Thursday, had about 10 tackles in the JV game, comes out on Friday night and has 8 tackles on Friday night. So
good job by Warner right there of playing contain on the
absolutely, absolutely. Warner's another young guy that is, he and the Veer Killer there, Tommy Ridley, 77. We got some great minutes out of those guys. They do an outstanding job of just working hard and just being there every day for us.
Final score, 31-0. Catamount's win. Good way to start off region play.
No doubt.
Wood, 299. Wood, 159. Set. Mike Jones here, and you better blitz to Carpet Express. We have 3/4-inch hardwood for $2.99 a square foot. We have engineered wood for $1.59 a square foot. And to help you reach your goal to put wood in your home, Carpet Express is offering a 25 cent a square foot rebate. So rush into Carpet Express while supplies last, because everybody's out to get their quarterback.
Mission.
All right, Coach Lane, we're back to Catamount football, and we've got the scouting report segment here to talk about a game last year that was very challenging for us. The Cass game was certainly an ugly one last year, and we got those guys up again this week.
Best I recall, the whole week was a challenge. Yes. If you remember, that was one of those weeks that it just seemed like it never would end. And right. I think we've even lost that video. I don't even know how we pulled it out today.
I watched it today, unfortunately.
But anyhow, it was one of those weeks last year where we knew we were going to play a team that was going to be a very good team, but they were very untested. And you just didn't know. But we later saw that quarterback turned out to be one of the best quarterbacks in the region. And not only that, they had a few skilled guys that kind of found their legs against us, and then the week later, So with that being the case, you look at that, and that game was what it was. And so we've kind of put that away. Now we talk about this year. This year you've got pretty much the same team. A lot of seniors on this team, but they don't have the quarterback back. So with that being the case, a little different offense. Not a lot different, though. What the other quarterback maybe had as far as running ability and things like that, this quarterback maybe has a little bit more in the passing ability. But same offense. Everything's pretty much the same.
Kind of the spread concept.
Yeah, spread concept. That's right. You can get a lot of jet sweep, a lot of zone read, a lot of this stuff that you see. I think the one thing that makes this team so dangerous is just simply the fact athletes. They've got athletes from top to bottom. They've got them on both sides of the ball. I mean, their punters faster than our punters. I mean, they've just got athletes. And I think that's the thing that makes them dangerous. You just don't know, are you going to catch them on a hot night? Are you going to catch them on a night that, that's just not really their game plan? So I think we got our work cut out for us this week. This is going to be a very good team that's going to roll in here.
Defensively, looking at them on film, they run the stack, the 3-5 stack defense,
yep,
which we're seeing a lot of teams going to. That's a difficult one to game plan for, and they've got a couple of ends, folks that come to the game, watch number 7 and number 10.
Sure.
Very good athletes, very good 5 techniques for them.
Mm-hmm.
The linebackers all run well. Defensively, they're a tough nut, aren't they?
Well, it's just like you said, offensively they can score a lot of points. Defensively, they can hurt you because they've got great runners. They've got great ends, as you mentioned, that are able to get upfield, contain you, get pressure on your quarterback. They've also got linebackers that are running the ball. They're great hitters, and with speed on the corners, they're able to match up with you on all your pass routes. So this is going to be one of the better defenses we'll see. I think the thing that they do more than anything is they just believe in what they're doing. They're running the defense that's similar, as you said, the 3-5, and it's just a defense that they're very, very used to. Coach Casco's been running it for quite a few years, and so they're going to be very good at it.
Right. They've also got a new school.
That's right.
For our fans that are going down there.
That's right.
I'm sure directions will be available on the website.
They will go on the website, daltonfootball.com, and be on the website.
But supposedly, I haven't seen it yet, but here it's a very nice facility.
Great facility.
New stadium, whole shebang, right?
Yes, new stadium, new school, and it's going to be I'd say give yourself 45 to 50 minutes drive down. And like I said, it's a beautiful facility. I know they're very proud of it, and we'll be excited to go down there and play.
And this is the final crossover region game. This is a region game, but it's still a crossover game.
That's right.
The final of those games before sub-region play starts.
That's exactly right. And once again, is it a game that applies to our sub-region? No, but it is a classification game, which means that it could have bearing later on toward a tiebreaker. So it's a very important game for our team.
And obviously very important to keep our momentum going.
Absolutely.
And want to build on this week's last week's game against Gilmer, right?
That's correct. That's correct.
Right. Very good. Stay right here. We'll be back with more Catamount football in just a minute.
A restaurant should be more than just a place to eat. Enjoy community, tradition, and unbeatable home-style cooking at the Oakwood Cafe, located in historic downtown Dalton. Our food, fair prices, and friendly staff have made the Oakwood Cafe one of the fastest-growing businesses in Georgia. We offer catering services that can bring our distinctive flavor anywhere. We also provide the opportunity to team up with us through franchising. Whether you're a newcomer or a regular, stop by and have the dining experience you've needed. Come feel at home with us at the Oakwood Cafe.
Honesty, integrity, and hard work, leadership, quality, and value. Just a few words to describe the company and people that make up Shaw Industries. Shaw Industries, the world's leading carpet manufacturer, is proud to be a sponsor of Dalton Catamount football. Shaw Industries, where great floors begin.
No, I'm not at home today. No, now I can have all of my phone calls forwarded and do all kinds of cool things now that I've signed up with OptiLink.
You're the star with OptiLink from Dalton Utilities. Local customer service, lightning fast internet, stellar phone and television at affordable rates.
I'd like to thank my mom and my friend Cassie and the phone guy from OptiLink.
Don't you deserve the star treatment? Sign up with OptiLink today.
With OptiLink, I'm the star.
Well, Coach, we've come to the end of another show here, but we've got a few things we wanted to talk about before we do. First and foremost, last Friday night was senior night. I know we all appreciate the seniors and their parents and their families that were on the field. Talk about that for you, to getting to kind of shake those families' hands and hug on them a little bit.
Well, this is a very special group for me. This is the first group of four-year players that we've had. So all all of these seniors have had us as a staff for all 4 years that they've been here. And this group has I can look back. In fact, Coach Thompson and I were looking back the other day at the gains that they've made. And, of course, we track all of their lifts. We track all of their speed, verticals, all that kind of stuff, our 10 battery test. And just looking at them and seeing just how much they've gained as far as weight and how much they've gained as far as strength and how much they've cut off on speed. And, that's what this program is about. It's about getting better. It's about performance. It's about putting into play what you work on in that weight room, what you work on in the schoolroom. But also, I think for someone like myself, seeing these guys, and I know yourself, thinking about these guys, they're like sons. And you see this group of seniors coming through. They've been with us now for 4 years. You just feel like they're part of the family, and they are a part of our Catamount family. And I'm just excited this year to see where these guys are going to lead us, because I think they've got a great opportunity. They're a great class that always is together. And, we've always talked, the team that hangs out together always seems to play together. And so, this is a great group. Tremendous support from their parents. There's been a great group of parents that's come through with them that has volunteered unbelievable amounts of time to just make this time special for them. And I tell you, I'm going to miss these guys once they're gone, but I'm glad we got at least 7 more games to enjoy watching these guys play.
Speaking of new facilities, update everybody on kind of the status. There's going to be a big change that you'll see as far as the track service goes.
Yeah, for the next couple of weeks, we're going to be in a situation where our facilities are going to be in kind of the last stage of the track. Bynum has come in, and it will be about a 2-week process. They've told us, depending on weather, it could be up to 14 days. So our practice schedule is going to get moved around a little bit. They're going to work with us and give us as much time on the field as possible. Great thing about Dalton High is we've got plenty of fields. If we're not on the practice field, then we'll be up on the soccer fields working out. But they'll begin, I think, this week. The focus is going to be on all the jump pits, what they call the D zone, which is the high jump area, and getting the west side completed. And then through the end of the week and into the next week, they'll be finishing up the east side and doing all the striping. And it's going to be beautiful. I mean, it is going to be a top-notch facility, one that will be unparalleled anywhere in this area. You're talking the same surface that the NIA National Championships are being run on, and it's going to be special. It's going to be special.
I think one other change that people will see, I know I'll appreciate it as a JV coach, but there's going to be a scoreboard.
Yes.
There's going to be a scoreboard coming. So when you come to watch whether it's a middle school game, a Dalton Parks and Rec game, a JV high school game, you'll know the score.
You'll know the score and the time. That's right. I think the officials will be more excited than anybody for that. But yeah, we have a great situation going on. Got a brand new field, a brand new scoreboard coming in. It will match the baseball scoreboard. So if you want to kind of know what it looks like, and that should be coming in either the latter part of this week or early next week. And it's really beautiful, and it's going to be just another enhancement. They'll also be putting track on. The new fence around it. And I do need to say on this, if you're one of the 400 people every day that comes up and runs on the track and walks on the track, be sure to pay attention to the signage. They really want to try to make sure that there's not any sort of tracking or anything like that on the track surface until it's completed. And they've asked us to basically make that announcement every medium we can have possible. So I've checked the box here on this. But just be careful. Should in 2 weeks, should be back and operating, and you'll have full uses of all the facilities that we have.
Brand new facility.
Oh, it's going to be awesome. It's really going to be great. Really going to be great.
Talk a little bit about the quarterback club, cheerleaders, band. They all did a great job. Another home game.
Oh, yeah.
Just such a fun atmosphere at Harmon Field, and we really had a great crowd last Friday night against Gilmer.
We did, and I appreciate that out of our fans. We got the greatest fans in the world, and we anytime you have a recognition of your players, whether it's your middle school program, your rec league program, in this case the seniors, the JROTC, the band, the cheerleaders, you want as many people there to recognize those hard efforts of those young men and women, and they all did an outstanding job. The quarterback club, moms and dads did an outstanding job. And once again, I just think on Friday night, this is the best show right here at Harmon Field. And I just, on behalf of our team, our coaching staff, all of you that out there that play a part in that, we really do appreciate it.
And mention real quick, if folks are interested in seeing a middle school game, a freshman game, or a JV game, where can they get all that information and find the schedule?
Go to daltonfootball.com, and on the side of it is listed which team it is, 8th grade, 7th grade, JV, freshman. The schedules are on there, so you can go in and pull that up. We're going to have to do a little bit of transitioning. The weather has kind of pushed off a little bit as far as our games at the turf field, so we will be making some adjustments. Some of those teams will be coming back here. Also, our rec league programs play on our turf field as well. So it's been neat to see those young guys come out and play. But we're going to be playing a few games that we were not scheduled for Harmon. They're going to be on Harmon over the next couple of weeks, so be sure you're on daltonfootball.com checking the schedule. And in 2 weeks, we should be back up and running and back to our regular schedule.
And those teams are all in action over the next 3 to 4 weeks, so great chance to see the young guys coming up. Whatever level you want to go see, great chance to see those guys.
Now,
right?
if you're going to be in Dalton High School, if you're part of Dalton Middle School, part of Dalton Parks and Recreation Department, we know the only way to get better is to play, and we're committed to that. And it means that there's a lot of volunteer hours, a lot of coaching hours, a lot of coaches splitting up and doing some things. But Mondays are freshman games, Thursdays are JV games, varsity games on Friday, 7th and 8th grade play on Thursdays. Rec League plays Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday morning. So if you want to see a football game, you can either come to Harmon Field or Turf Field. You can get to see a football game.
Absolutely. We'll wrap it up. We'll always do and say we'll be back next week, same cat time, same cat channel.
Go Big Red.